I'm hanging out today. I just was all over Montclair, New Jersey, my favorite spot on Bay Street with all the restaurants. I didn't record anything because there was so much traffic, man. I want to just put the camera down, play safe. But now I'm on the side street heading home. Well, not home, towards my area where I live at. And I'm just, like I say, enjoying the day and trying to have a good time and ride my wheel that I barely ride. This is a problem I got lately. I barely ride my wheel. Anyway, let's go do this. Man, when you're riding on an electric unicycle, there's times you see these voids, you can't even see them, but they're there. Oh, suddenly you're airborne. Thank God for Clark pads. You know, it keeps you on the wheel. Keeps you on the wheel. There's a lot of red lights here today. Let's take a break here for a second. Been a while since I put a video up, but I've been just taking a break, and with this hot weather, I'm not really fond of riding electric unicycles. It's just hot. Today I'm riding, it's 90-something degrees, but nevertheless, I'm riding. But I do want to share something with you, though. This new Inmotion wheel Challenger V13 is the new Mike Tyson. They call it the Challenger. Now, all the other wheels, the S20, S22, you know, the Begode suspension wheels and all that stuff, the Master, Hero, and so forth like that, the H20, whatever big 100-pound wheel is. This is it, guys. This is where Inmotion puts out the punches, is ready to defend themselves, and they call it the Challenger. So I'm calling the Challenger Mike Tyson, because if it's as good as it sounds, it's gonna punch out, put away some other wheels. It's gonna be a lot of competition here. So that's a good name, though, the Challenger. It came out at the right time. It was meant to be the right time, right place. When it's gonna come out, I have no idea. We're gonna have to keep an eye on what leaks we continue to get from Inmotion Challenger V13, because, well, one thing you know is gonna be a heavy wheel. If this wheel was 4,500 watts motor, that's a heavy wheel. But to crank up a 4,500 watt motor that's gonna go about 85 miles an hour, you need at least a 3,000, 3,500 watt battery. And if they put a small battery, that's gonna be an issue. And it happened with the Hero. Hero's got a big motor, a small battery, and the range suffers because the motor's always asking for power and the batteries are working hard, so you're gonna charge it more often if you're gonna be talking all the time. But if you're cruising, you might be lucky, but the range is very poor, I'm sure. So the big motors require big batteries, and with a big motor and a big battery, it's gonna equal a lot of weight. We'll see about that, and stay tuned. The weather's so hot these last few weeks. This whole week has been in the 90s here in Jersey. I tried to ride it one day, but it was just too hot. I went out in the afternoon, well, the evening, it was like 6 o'clock, and I was back within, you know, half hour, because it was so hot. You know, you want to put so much gear on it, but the more gear you put on this kind of weather, it just gets super hot. There we go, a little sidewalk time. Traffic is pretty hectic. This road is pretty narrow. I'm in Montclair. I'm approaching Bay Street. And I'm heading into the street right now. These roads, sidewalks suck. Anyway, I didn't realize how far up. This place is beautiful. Montclair, New Jersey. I love this place. Like I said before, this is one of my primary places to ride in, just because I enjoy being here. So we're gonna, gotta watch those dips. They just come out of nowhere. So we'll see what we doing today. Oh, I'm riding Bay Street. This is perfect. This is Bay Street. This is perfect. Come on, light, turn green, turn green, turn green, turn green. I'm on a hill, I'm on a hill. There you go. This is cool, man. My favorite place. Local restaurant. It's not busy. It's early in the morning. Normally you come by 12 o'clock, this place, you can't even sit on a chair in these local restaurants. So let's enjoy this ride. Well, I'm back out another day, just cruising along town. Now I'm just taking a walk with my Sherman to just rest my feet a little bit. I don't ride my wheel like I used to on a regular basis. Maybe once a month lately, and it's only for a few miles. But it's all good. It's all good. So I'm going across town. But for right now, I just want to walk a little bit, enjoy the breeze, enjoy the air. Just enjoy this ride altogether. But I do want to mention one thing on this new wheel coming up, this V13 Challenger. I mean, this thing is astronomical. This thing is these people were dying to buy the Master. They're all into the Hero and all these wheels, and all suddenly they spend all this money on these high-end wheels. But let me tell you something. This wheel's gonna be fast if they're gonna let it go that fast. That's gonna be scary. It's gonna be scary to see that it will go that fast. Now, I just learned today that that's a 22-inch wheel. It's got a 4,500 watt motor and about a 3,025 battery. I can almost assure you that's a 100-pound wheel. Though it looks thin, with those new battery types, it's got a nice battery setup, and the wheel looks, kind of thin. But nevertheless, it's definitely some kind of heavy wheel. You got that sun behind me, giving me that glare. But it's all good. So yeah, going back to that V13 Challenger. Not sure why they call it a V13 and they call it Challenger. Unless they're gonna come out with two wheels, high torque and a speed, who knows? That might be the difference between the V13 and the Challenger. Who knows? I just know this wheel's closer than we thought, that I'm thinking. I'm thinking the end of the year, but it's probably gonna come out for the fall, but I'm just speculating. But that's gonna be a lot of those who invested money on the Master. Those who invested a lot of money in the Master, when they got away from the S20, which got relabeled S22 Kingsong, all of a sudden they went to the Master. I'm not too fond of the Master, never was. I don't care for batteries being in serious. And you have a problem with one battery, that thing shuts down. And when that thing crashes, there's probably no repair for it, because some of these crashes I've seen on YouTube are pretty bad. Thank God those guys are okay who crashed, but they will take a beating. But let's see how this V13 is going to come out. I'm all hands for suspension, there's no question about it. I have a V11. I recently sold my V10F. I have a Sherman, which is what the wheel I use mostly to go range riding. But the truth is, if it has a decent price on that V13, then I'm in.